You are now tuned in with the Headspace, located on the campus of Alcorn State University. Positivity, growth, and elevation is what this is all about. My name is Stafford Anderson, also known as Show, and today I have with me
Kennedy Weber,
and this is the Headspace. Hello everyone. My reasoning for doing this podcast is because in the African American community, we discussed a plethora of different topics such as relationships, money, problems, current things going on in social media, and so on and so forth. But we never decide to speak on how we really feel, our mental state. And I'm doing this to spread light on the mental aspects of life that are neglected in our communities, to hopefully help someone who may deal with these issues that I'm going to speak on. With this being episode 1 of the Headspace, we will give a brief overview of what exactly mental health is. So Kennedy, can you just give me your personal definition of what mental health is?
Okay, my definition of mental health is our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, and I feel like it affects the way we think, feel, and act.
That's a great answer, and I didn't think you were going to be this on point with this topic because when I was asking people, I was grabbing information. I was just asking random people who were walking by, and I was like, "Can you just tell me your definition of mental health?" And they would say stuff like, "Mental health is being depressed, having bad anxiety." People saying overeating and things like that, which are true. I mean, it plays a part in it, but it isn't the exact definition of what mental health is. Mm-hmm. Mental health is a state of well-being where every person realizes their potential while being able to cope with the stresses of life, while working productively, and they are able to make contributions to the community. I say mental health is more of a continuum than someone being mentally ill or mentally well, because most people hear mental health and just think of mentally ill. People don't really think of the positive aspects of mental health, when people are mentally well. And they move up and down, depending on the changing factors, which reminded me of the crate challenge of some sort, that people been doing on social media, because how people go up and down the crates. And that's kind of pretty much how mental health goes, taking steps up and steps down. So let's talk about the positives. Some of the positives are being mentally healthy, being resilient. Do you know what resilient is? Resiliency, Kennedy.
Yes, I think resilient is just being able to come back from something that knocked you down and you not letting it affect you in any kind of way, and you being able to cope with it.
Oh, yeah. You know what you're talking about. Another thing is being confident, being assured with yourself. Knowing who you are and you're happy with who you are. Mm-hmm. And being, feeling good about yourself. That all play a part in confidence. Another positive thing is managing and expressing your emotions. Manage your emotion, really to understand your emotion first, and then, express and manage it. The last thing I had was building and maintaining good relationships. So, in life, everyone at some point in life will be stressed, worried about something. They will feel anxious, sad, afraid, or angry. That's a part of life. And that's cool, though, because there's help available to help people understand and cope with their problems. And, but it becomes a problem once they go untreated and begin to interfere with your daily functioning, or mess with your family, your social, or your work responsibilities on a daily schedule type deal. And, lots of cases of mental health can become a problem when a person doesn't seek help because of the stigma. Do you know what stigma is?
Yes, I think stigma is just them feeling ashamed to tell anybody about what they're going through or their mental state.
Right.
And, yeah.
Right. That's right. And, in other cases, someone might have a lack of understanding, not understanding what's going on, not understanding their mental health. And, from not understanding, they're uncertain of where they're at. So you just keep going day by day without getting any help, and it only get worse on the time, but you don't understand that you're getting worse. And, last but not least is the fear of voicing your situation to someone else. Sometimes people might not be comfortable with telling somebody, what's going on in their head, or, things of that nature. And so like I was saying, like the stress, worried, anxious, sad, afraid, and angry, if that continues to go untreated, it could lead to the negatives. And the negatives are, like what the people were telling me when I was asking them what was their definition of mental health. And it's depression. It can lead to depression, ADHD, other mental disorders, anxiety. It can lead to addiction, claustrophobia, etc., so on and so forth. And and so like the continuum, like I was saying earlier, or like the crate challenge, is to move people up and to reach their full potential and live life satisfied. And for the people who may need someone to reach out to but don't know how to go about it, especially here at Alcorn State University or surrounding, Mississippi areas, Alcorn State offers individual counseling, which provides an opportunity for students to meet with a counselor on a one-on-one basis to help resolve conflicts, solve problems, and develop coping skills that promote emotional, behavioral, and social well-being. It also offers group counseling, which is a counselor that assists multiple students in a group setting who have similar issues and concerns. Each student must agree to the group counseling upon doing it. They also have consulting and referrals, which is an extensive list of referral agencies that are maintained by counseling services, and staff are also available for consultation as deemed necessary and appropriate, with faculty, staff, and other official representatives of Alcorn State University.
And Alcorn also has a substance abuse prevention program, which is designed to decrease the problems associated with alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs use and abuse at Alcorn. It targets collegiate students throughout campus with both evidence and non-evidence-based programming. The Counseling Service Center also provides primary prevention programs for students in public schools districts surrounding Alcorn State University.
Alcorn also has psychological assessment evaluations available on campus. And all of these counseling services are located on the third floor in room 305 of Washington Building. And this is all for currently enrolled Alcorn students. And for any appointment, you can call the number 601-877-6230. That number again is 601-877-6230. And you could go to room 305 at any time because walk-ins are available. And all services are free. But if you are referred to somewhere off campus, you are responsible for any fees. Everything is confidential in accordance with the ethical and legal standards set by the American Psychological Association. And, for the exceptions of this, counseling services staff may release information to the proper authorities if the student demonstrates a clear... I don't need that. And, for any further questions, comments, or concerns, you can email me at staffordanderson@gmail.com. That's STADFORDANDERSON@gmail.com. You can message me on Instagram at I'mShow. Or you can, if you see me around campus, just stop and talk to me, and I'm more than welcome to help with anything, if I have any knowledge on it. And that's all we have for today with season 1, episode 1 of the Headspace. And I just want to say thank you, Kennedy, for being a part of this show, and you did a great job.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for having me, and I really enjoyed it.
All right. That's all we have, folks.